Hello friends, welcome to the today's lecture. Today we will be discussing work done by a constant force. So let us start with the today's topic. So the topic for the today's discussion is work done with a constant force. Work done with a constant force. Okay, so in order to calculate the work done by a constant force, what we will be doing, we will be considering a one block whose mass will be m, and this block is placed on a horizontal surface. So let us consider this is an horizontal surface, horizontal fixed surface, and on this we will be keeping our block whose mass will be m, and this block is acting under a constant force whose magnitude is constant. Okay, so let us consider this is a block, it is kept on this surface. Okay, and on this block we are applying a certain force which is at an arbitrary angle. Let us call this the force which is acting on this. It is making an angle theta with the direction of the horizontal surface. Okay, so this is the force which is making an angle theta with the horizontal direction, and let us say this is the center of the block. Okay, now what we will consider, first of all we will write down the description, then we will start with the actual derivation. Okay, consider a block placed on fixed horizontal surface, the force F bar is acting on the block at an angle, or you can say in a direction making an angle theta with the horizontal surface, with the horizontal direction. Now all of us know that force is a vector quantity. This force is acting along this direction, which is a vertical direction. This is a block. Okay, this is a block, and on this block this is the force which is acting in this direction. Now what we have to consider is that we have to calculate the work done. Now in order to calculate the work done, we have seen in the definition of the work done, work is said to be done when there is a displacement in the direction of the force. Okay, so I want to tell you one thing here is that this force F bar, it is at an angle theta, and the block is accelerating in this direction. So let us say after a certain interval of time, the block moves a certain distance. Let us call it that distance as ds. Okay, let us say the block is moving from this direction to this direction. Let us say this is the block position after a small interval of time dt, for example. Okay, and the block position which I am showing over here, it will be like this. Okay, so this will be like this. Let us say that as the block is moving from this point to this point, let us say this displacement is ds bar. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to calculate the work done for this one. So remember this, that what I am doing is that I will consider horizontal axis as an x-axis. So let us call this as an x-axis. This is my x-axis, and vertical axis is a y-axis. Now we know that any vector, it can be resolved into its component. Okay. For the sake of clarity, what I will do, I will draw this diagram in bigger view over here. So let us say this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. This is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. The force is acting in this direction. So let us say this is your F bar. Okay, and so this F bar, it is acting in this direction. So let us say that this force is acting at this point. So let us call this as an P point. Okay, let us call this as an O point. The magnitude of this force is F. Okay, and this force is making an angle theta with the direction of the x-axis. So the diagram is like this. Now what I will do, I will draw a perpendicular on this axis. I will just draw a perpendicular on this axis. So this is my perpendicular. Okay, this is the perpendicular. Now what I want to do is that let us call this as an Q point. Okay. Now if you consider the triangle OQP, it is a right angle triangle, and if I ask you to find out the two ratios, sin theta and cos theta in this triangle, okay, if I ask you to find out the sin theta and cos theta, what is the definition of the sine trigonometric function? Sine trigonometric function is nothing but opposite side upon hypotenuse. What is opposite side? It is PQ upon hypotenuse is side opposite to 90 degree, which is OP or PO. Okay, from this one I can rewrite, if I transfer this OP, from this one I can rewrite PQ is equal to, I can rewrite PQ is equal to what? If I transfer this OP on this side, it will get multiplied to this sin theta, so it is OP sin theta. So what is value of OP? OP's magnitude is F. So we can rewrite PQ is equal to F sin theta. It is F sin theta. Similarly, if I ask you to calculate the cosine ratio, cos of theta, what is definition of cosine ratio? Cosine ratio is adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side to this theta, it is OQ. So I will write it over here, OQ divided by hypotenuse, that is side opposite to 90 degree, which is OP. Okay, so I will write it over here, OP. Now what I need to find out is I need to find out the value of OQ. So if I write it, OQ is equal to this OP is divided on this side. If I transfer on this side, it will get multiplied. So it is OP into cos theta. OP into cos theta. Now I know the value of OP as well. What is value of OP? It is F again. So we can rewrite this as F cos theta. So it is OQ is equal to F cos theta. OQ is equal to F cos theta. Now just what we will do, now I will just erase this part. Okay, I will also erase this part as well, because I just wanted to find out this value of OQ and PQ. Now what I will do, I will just draw a perpendicular from this axis to this as well. Okay, so if I say that, then whatever will be the PQ, this will be the same as OR. Okay, so PQ value is F sin theta. What is PQ? This is F sin theta. So as PQ is F sin theta, so this OR will be also F sin theta. This will be also F sin theta. And OQ is F cos theta. So I will just write over here F cos theta. Means what? A given force, we have resolved into two components. The given quantity force, it has been resolved into two components. The component along horizontal direction is F cos theta. So I will just write down this Fx as it is along the x direction. So I will write it over here Fx. So I am writing over here Fx, and the quantity which is along the y direction, I will write it as an Fy. So this is Fy. Similarly over here, this is Fx and this as Fy. Okay, and this is an angle theta. Okay, now so it means now I can erase this part as well. This is just a roughly I have shown you for your sake of understanding. Okay, now see here, a given force F bar, it has been resolved into two components. One is Fx and one other is Fy. So we will write it down over here. The magnitude of the force, the magnitude of the force F, magnitude of the force F bar can be resolved into two components. Can be resolved into two components. So out of that first component, into two components. Out of that first component, it is the component along horizontal direction. The component along horizontal direction. Which is nothing but Fx is equal to F cos theta. Fx is equal to F cos theta, which we have just calculated. The component along this direction, it was F cos theta. It was F cos theta, and the component along this direction, it was F sin theta. So it is Fx is equal to F cos theta. The component along vertical direction, the component along vertical direction is Fy, and this Fy is equal to F sin theta. Fy is equal to F sin theta. Okay, so horizontal component is F cos theta, vertical component is F sin theta. Now I just want to ask you one thing. In order to calculate the work done, we had seen that the displacement and the force has to be in the same direction. Now we can write over here, as the body is accelerating in forward direction, which is x direction, there is no displacement along the y direction. There is no displacement along the y direction. So there is no work done by this component, which is Fy. There is no work done by this component Fy. So F sin theta will not be doing any kind of work. Okay, so here we can write, since the body does not displace along vertical direction, the work done by vertical component of the force, which is Fy is equal to F sin theta is 0. So there is no work done from the vertical component because there is no displacement in the vertical direction. Okay, the work done by the horizontal component. What is horizontal component? Which is Fx is equal to F cos theta. Horizontal component Fx is dW is equal to, now when body is moving from this position to this position, what is the displacement? It is ds bar. It is given by Fx bar dot ds bar. Fx bar dot ds bar. Okay, or we can just, because it is a component, no need to consider it as a vector. So it is a Fx dot ds. Now what is value of Fx? It is F cos theta ds. F cos theta ds. This is the work done due to the horizontal component. Okay. Now we know that if there are two vectors and if you take their dot product, suppose let us say this is a bar, let us say this is b bar, and if they are making an angle theta along between them, then a bar dot b bar, it is defined as ab cos theta. So if you have a magnitude of the first, magnitude of the second, and the cosine of the angle between them, it's nothing but the scalar product of the two vectors. So similarly here, F is the magnitude of the force, ds is the magnitude of the displacement, and the cosine of the angle between them, it is given over here. So this quantity, it is nothing but dw is equal to F bar dot ds bar. This quantity is nothing but F bar dot ds bar. Now this is the work done we have calculated for over a infinitesimal displacement when the body is moving from one point to another point with a very small displacement. Now we have to calculate the work done over a entire process. Okay, now suppose we want to go for this point, let us say we reach at this point, okay, which is the final point. So we have to calculate the work done during the process when body moves from this position to this position. So let us say this is my fx, this is my let us say this is my fy, this is fx, okay, and this is the direction of the force, and they are making an angle theta. Okay, now we have to calculate the work done when your body goes from this point to this point. Let us say we are moving from this point to this point. Okay. Okay. So this displacement, let us call this as an S bar. Okay. This total displacement from this point to this point, let us call it as an S bar. And this displacement we initially call it as an ds bar. Okay. So this displacement, the total displacement, it is S bar. Now we how to calculate the total work done, that we will see. Okay. Now I'll just erase this one. Okay. Now the work done during the work done during the process, during total process, during the process, or here you can write it as the total work done. Total work done during the process is given by, which is nothing but the integral over a tw. So w is equal to integral over dw, and which is nothing but what is value of dw, integral over f bar dot ds bar, which is equal to, now we have considered that the force which is acting on the block, it is constant. We have assumed it. Okay. We have considered that force acting on the block, it is constant. As F is constant, so we can take it outside. So it is F bar dot ds bar. Okay. And what is the integral of ds? It is nothing but the total displacement, which is F bar dot s bar. Okay, and if the force is in this direction, displacement is this direction, the angle between them is theta. So dot product of these two vectors we can rewrite as an fs into cos theta. So the total work done during the process when the body is moving from this position to this position, it is nothing but the magnitude of the force, then displacement covered, and the cosine of the angle between them. It is nothing but the dot product of the two vectors, that is f bar and s bar, or thus we can rewrite over here. Okay, now I'll just erase this part. We will write it in the sentence what exactly this means. Okay, so the work done by a constant force, is equal to work done by a constant force is equal to, it's a scalar product, is equal to the scalar product of two vector, scalar product of the force and displacement scalar product of force and displacement. Okay, so this is nothing but the work done by a constant force. Now here in this derivation, what we have considered is that the force is at an arbitrary direction, which is the arbitrary direction is given by the angle theta. Now we will consider some of the special cases, what exactly happens when this force is acting at a particular direction. Okay, so I'll just erase this one and then we will see that as well. Okay, so now let us see. Now case number one. Now let us consider that the force is acting in this direction and the displacement is in the same direction. The force is acting in this direction and the displacement is also in the same direction. So if force and displacement are in same direction, okay, now see, the force and displacement both are in same direction. It means that is the angle between them. The angle between them is 0. That is theta is equal to 0, and therefore W is equal to which is F into S into cos of theta. And what is value of cos theta? F into S into cos theta, which is 0 degree. And what is cos 0? Which is 1. So it is F into S only. Okay, so now we have to consider over here is that if the force and displacement are in the same direction, the total work done by a constant force is nothing but the product of the force and it's a product of the magnitude of the force and the magnitude of the displacement. Now we'll consider the second case number 2. Okay, now if they are in same direction, now if the displacement is in this direction, force is in this direction and displacement is in a vertical direction. If force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, okay, if force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, means theta is equal to 90 degree, and therefore cos theta, which is cos of 90 degree, what is value of cos 90? It is 0. Okay, so in that case your work done it will be given as F into S into cos of theta, which is 90. So cos 90 degree, so this is nothing but 0. So F into S into 0, so which is equal to 0. Thus if the force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, if they are in this direction, then the work done by the system is work done by the constant force is 0. Remember this thing. Okay, and the last case we will consider case number 3. If force and displacement are I'll write it here, are in opposite direction, are in opposite direction, are in opposite direction. It means the force is in this direction and displacement is in this direction, which happens in case of a frictional force always. Okay, so that angle between them, it is always 180 degree, and if theta is equal to 180 degree, then cos theta, which is equal to cos of 180 degree, that is cos 180 degree is equal to minus 1. So in such a case, the work done is always coming out to be negative. We'll find out that W is equal to, let us say this is W. So what is that W? F into S into cos theta. So it is F into S into cos of theta. Theta value is 180 degree. So that is nothing but F into S into cos 180 degree is minus 1. Cos 180 degree is minus 1. So this is nothing but minus of Fs. So work done in a case when the force and displacement are in opposite direction, it will be always negative, which happens in case of a if two charges, positive and negative, if they are coming together, in that case the work done will be negative. I hope you people have understood. In today's topic we have discussed the work done by a constant force. In the next lecture we will discuss work done by a varying force. For example, spring force we will discuss. Thank you.